Hi, good morning, and welcome. And good morning to those who are about to tune in to watch us around the world. This is Philly Hot Radio. Whistle Why You Work. This is a radio show, an internet show, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We are so grateful to have a platform and to come on at 10 a.m. every Saturday morning inside of your home, your business, your establishment, whatever you at right now. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, the host. And ladies and gentlemen, you know I got the hottest co-host in the city of Philadelphia. And those who are watching us around the world, ladies and gentlemen, with introduction, Miss Dr. Rock.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Rock in the house. I'm glad to wake up this morning, and I want everyone to know, you know, whatever you do today, I'm glad you're listening to us and you're paying attention to what's going on today. I just want to talk about the different things that's coming up this today. Actually, Shay Monroe
Well, Dr. Rock,
birthday
they want to know who
celebration.
you are. And before you get in, the fans want to know what you've been doing over the weekend.
Well, over the weekend, resting because I had a big this week was really busy with my students.
Okay.
Actually, my students are wonderful. I really feel proud of myself. I got them together. There was a situation where they wasn't, last year they wasn't together and they didn't have any discipline on different certain things because they needed a teacher to be there with them. So I'm showing them love and they're there and I show them, the right way and what they're supposed to be doing.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Rock, because I called you during the weekday and I asked you why did they give you these children and
Yes.
and you said something to me that was so profounding, was so perfect. I believe that you are the perfect teachers for these children,
Yes,
and I truly believe that God has allowed you to prepare yourself for what you're doing with these students at your school. And there's a lot of children out here that need the
Yes.
teachers like you. So I want to thank you for your compliment and going through the whole process for the whole week. You have done something, so now you are comfortable inside your class.
Yes, I am.
So you are ready to go on for the whole year with this situation. So I want to thank you.
No, it just takes patience. I mean, being a teacher, some teachers just don't understand. It takes patience. And a lot of teachers just, they just say, look, these kids are bad. But no kid is bad. What you need to do is talk to the child, find out what's going on with them before you judge a child and say they're bad. And that's what I noticed about. Oh no, I can't do that class. I can't. No, I mean, you got it. That's you. But no, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Being like I said, I love the kids, and I tell the kids I love them. I said because you don't have to know a child to love them. You don't have to know anyone, to love them. And I care about these children's future. So that's why I decided to do that. Go back. Yes, I am retired. Yes, I feel like being retired and stuff. A lot of people say, "Oh, girl, you crazy? You went back." No, it's not even about that. It's because the teachers, these kids need us, and the people understand it was about the children, and we got to understand these kids when they're in school. They need that love. It's not just they need you to be there and teach them. They need that love from the teachers and show them the right way. And they need structure. A lot of kids don't have structure.
Wow.
Okay? So that's why I'm
Well,
glad I went back.
well, thank you, Dr. Wright. The only reason why I asked you because I appreciate as you giving back to the students of the city of Philadelphia, and I appreciate that you could have easily took your check and your money and went on and go and start another career. So, what made you want to go back into the public school system, and for you being there for a long length of time at the school system? And I just want to thank. I think that we need to appreciate you, what you've been doing over the years in the school district of
Yes.
Philadelphia. Really thank you. And for them to go into a room and see a bright young lady like you that's giving back, we are so grateful for Dr. Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Rock has been working hard, and those who don't know, She's in several organizations. She's in several helping so many people in the fashion business, in the industry business.
Yes.
She always give her soul to all of us. We are so grateful to have Dr. Rock in the city of Philadelphia. And also, we are so grateful to have you on Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. So we want to thank you, and this is a personal thank you to me, of allowing you to be my partner.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't see our dream. A lot of people in this great city of Philadelphia, we have to learn how to help each other.
Right.
So why is the problem that we don't like helping each other in this city? Why do the Afro-American community do not support each other? Can you give us a little brief why we don't do that, Dr. Rock, your point of view?
Well, my point of view is, I think it's a competition thing. I really do. I believe that today people, when they're in different organizations or have different business, it's about competing against one another. But I think that's, to me, what God give you is for you. What God gave me is for me. So I don't think it's a good thing to feel that way. I feel like, a person that's in the business or whatever business they're in or whatever event they're having, support each other. Because I think you can grow faster doing that by supporting one another and showing love towards one another on what's going on and what you're doing, in your business. Because a lot of people someone might be hating on you, but then you'll say, but you're doing the same thing. So we should just show more love, and we can collaborate. We can do this together if you just show more love and on what you're doing and support on what a person's doing.
Wow. Dr. Rock just said something that was very important, where a lot of our audience maybe not really understanding. And for me, Dr. Rock, I've been in the city of Philadelphia 50-something years, and I saw the dynamic transaction with the community that I come from. And it's important that I have learned that we are jealousy towards each other. And what happened is that I truly have been watching a lot of things going on in Philadelphia, and it's a disgrace the way we treat each other. Mm-hmm. It's a disgrace that the men and women that are watching us around the world, we live in Pennsylvania, but those who are watching me and Dr. Rock around the world on Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While We at Work, me and Dr. Rock been committed together. For those who are watching us for the first time, we're doing something off of nothing. We're doing something that most people will have their hand out, and we take our Saturday morning to try to build an internet radio show across the world on YouTube channel. The only way that me and Dr. Rock want to be successful to get the word out, that we get as many people as possible to tune in to watch it. The reason why the Afro-American community don't have a lot of business, because we do grand opening and grand closing.
Right.
And what I'm seeing, even with radio shows, and a lot of people are asking, well, what's your radio station? Dude, what channel it is? We always not willing to sacrifice to go to the next level. And me and Dr. Rock is working hard to take this radio show for the community as well, right? Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Also for business owners. Did I say that right also?
Yeah.
For those who are in political, community activists, those who feel that they are people that want to make a difference. This show is called A Different Maker. Me and Dr. Rock's style is different from any other radio show in the world. I want to make that clear to the audience, Dr. Rock.
Right.
Would you agree that our styles are different? And we do look good, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get that off the record. You're watching a great team, and y'all going to watch a team that's going to grow around the world, because we are the underdogs of the radio network YouTube channel. So, Dr. Rock, I think you need to piggyback on that a little bit.
Yes.
About what make you want to get up every Saturday morning and be a part of this radio show. So tell the audience why you in it and what make you want to be
first of all, I'm up early every day.
Oh,
anyway.
Boy, here she go again. There she go
I'm up early
again. We got
day.
that topic last time.
I'm always exercising, so I had to do that. So I couldn't start without my day, cannot start without getting my exercise on. So, and I decided to, I felt like, God woke me up this morning, and usually during the weekday, I'm up early and I'm going to work and, working with the children, nice and bright. And now it's on a Saturday. I'm nice and bright, so I don't mind coming in talking about different things that's going on in the world, or, the guests that come on and promote. I like to promote other people. I don't mind promoting their business. I want them to succeed in their business. So I believe that they should, come on our show and talk about what they do, because Showtime and I are about supporting everyone.
That's
we're
correct.
we're not selfish people at all.
Mm-hmm.
We love to support others and what they do, and to help them with the things that's going on in the world, anything else in the community. If they need things in the community to help them with, we'll do it. Because that's not what we're not about being selfish. And I believe, the first thing we do is we pray. When we get together, we pray that we have a successful show.
Mm-hmm.
And we put God first. And if you don't put him first, things are not going to work out anyway. So I believe that that's why I'm here, and I'm glad I'm on the show, and I'm glad I'm a part of the show.
Okay, so we want to talk about what is going on, me and Dr. Rock. It's a lot of things going on with entertainment. I think Shane, did I get her name right?
Okay, let me just
so
mention.
Dr. Rock gonna give y'all a rundown what is going on in the city of Philadelphia tonight, and some of the events that's going on in the city. Go ahead, Dr.
Okay,
Rock.
now the Atlantic City Comedy Celebration 10-Year Laughter, October 12th and October 13th. Mike Epps will be there. Bruce and Bruce Wallace will be there. So that's not until October 12th and October 13th. But I want to talk about today, October the 5th. Shay Monroe, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work.
Now, Shay Monroe, okay. Now, you know what? I told you I was going to be a singer, didn't I? Didn't I tell you? I said I told you I was going to get that together.
I don't know what you've been doing, but your voice is starting to be
better.
amazing.
Yes.
I love it. I caught that. Dr. Rock, I think you on something real big with this singing. Dr. Rock is on something as a singer. Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
I told you I wasn't just a model. Didn't I
know
say
that's
that?
right. You're
I said I
starting to be
can
a
sing
singer.
a little bit.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes.
Happy birthday. See?
She got a voice.
See, I got it going on.
God
Y'all
is so
hearing it.
good.
Y'all listening, right?
So good. So what else?
Okay, so Shay Monroe, his birthday party celebration, all black party tonight at the Red Wine Nightclub, 701 Adams Avenue. Come out and celebrate her, okay? She had tickets at the time. I don't know if she have any more left, but let's come on out. If she does, if she doesn't, just come on out and celebrate Shay Monroe. And also who will be there is Patty Jackson and Lady B will be there tonight. And also, let's talk about the Showcase Unlimited presents Let the Feeling Flow. Saturday, October 26th at the Mill Creek Tavern, 4200 Chester, starring recording artist Ivy Soul Washington. Co-starring Cozy Mobetta and Assumption Band. Also starting the comedy headliner Just, Candy Brown, Tay Sharice, Will of God, and tickets are sold $27. Guess what? Call up, you can get a free ticket.
Free?
Yes, I said free.
Free?
And everybody love to hear free. They
Free
love
ticket.
to hear free. So free. If you call up, you can get a free ticket to on the 26th, October 26th. And guess who's going to be hosting it? Guess.
Who's going to be hosting that show?
Dr. Rock and Showtime
Oh!
will be hosting it. So you have to be there. Be there or be square. Trust me, be there. All right?
Wow.
So that's what I wanted to say about that. And Rosie is the director of it. She's she does a lot of plays and doing different things. She's doing a lot of things going on, and she's writing plays at the plays. So she definitely is the director of it. But the Showcase Limit is going to be off the hook. You got to be there. All right.
So I have a lineup. Those who know that Platinum Entertainment, and I'm so grateful to be with Platinum Entertainment and those who are doing shows and been doing an outstanding job for the last 10 years at the Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City. Platinum Entertainment and my friend, Mr. Billy Ingram, and his staff and his organization have been doing a lot of big shows down in Atlantic City, but this is the 10-year anniversary for the R's, Stars of Hip Hop at the Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City. And we have an outstanding all-star hip hop at the Boardwalk Hall, Atlantic City. And I'm going to speak on, okay, we got a caller. Caller.
Good morning. I was calling to see if I could get that free ticket.
Oh, yes. So, Tiffany, okay. Tiffany, you got the free ticket.
She got a
I'll make sure we have it for you. Yes.
Wow, Tiffany.
Yes.
That is good that you called up and got
Yes.
your congratulations on your free ticket. I
Yes.
hope that you enjoy yourself because you know that Dr. Rock and Showtime the Hype Man, we will be in the house and we're going to be continue
Yes.
to be giving a lot of giveaways. But what we're doing, we're building something. We want to thank you for calling in.
Yes.
Do you have anything to ask Dr. Rock or Showtime the Hype Man while you on the phone live around the world on YouTube around the world? This is your opportunity to say something about Dr. Rock and Showtime, and what do you like about this radio show?
So what I actually like about the show is it's actually very informative. Like you bring a lot of people from the community and you keep us informed of what's actually going on in the community. And I definitely appreciate that. I get a lot of information. You guys are very positive.
Wow.
Positivity is everything.
Yes.
And you guys also support. So we don't have that. I heard y'all talking about that this morning, how you guys support.
Yes.
We don't have enough people supporting. So that's exactly why I listen in.
Yes,
You
thank
guys.
you. And you are, you know what, Tiffany, you are the queen. You're a queen. I know, you know, we just want you to mention that. She was the queen for 2018, right, Tiffany?
2018, correct.
Yes. So, you know, and she wore her crown well. She did.
Wow,
She really
that-
did.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Rock. I
Yes, she did. She
appreciate
wore it
it.
well. Yep, she's wonderful. And we thank you definitely for calling up, Tiffany. We really do.
Thanks for
jo-
having me. And I just want to know, I love you guys' show. Hang in there, keep up the good work, and I'll always be tuning in, listening.
Yes.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany.
Tiffany, we want to thank
All
you so
right.
much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, what we were saying that the Platinum Entertainment,
Right.
an organization that I got to meet 10 years ago, and Platinum Entertainment gave me an opportunity, along with Billy Ingram, and for those who watching me around the world and those who love good music, those who love to see good shows, I've been blessed
Yes.
to meet the biggest artists around the world. I've been
Good.
blessed to participate in the entertainment that most
Right.
people never got a chance. So I want to give my God first.
Yes.
Because without God, I would never
That's
be in
right.
all these big events that I've been blessed to be with. So I'm so blessed to also to introduce Platinum Entertainment 10th anniversary show.
Good.
Ladies
Wow.
and gentlemen, those who are watching
Yes.
me around the world, the All Stars of Hip Hop lineup for the Martin Luther King weekend. KRS-One, Chuck Rock, Special Ed, Damon Dame, Moni Love, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, Eric B, Rakim, also Slick Rick, Cool Mo D, the Sugar Hill Gang,
All right. That's
Ferris 5, 3-time dope.
Yes. Yes. We have a caller.
How you doing,
Caller.
caller?
Hello?
Hey, how you
How you
doing?
doing?
Hey, what's going on? This is Mr. Tibbs down here in Atlantic City enjoying you and the fabulous Paladin.
Hey,
Yes,
Mr. T
how
from
you
Atlanta
doing?
City. What's going on, my brother? Do you got your tickets for the All Stars of Hip Hop? We coming down Atlantic City
Yes.
on the Martin Luther King weekend. Outstanding lineup. So what's going on, Mr.
Mr. Martin?
This is Mr. Tibbs. What's up, Rock?
Oh, how you doing? How are you, Tibbs? How are you, Tibbs? All right, Tibbs, how you doing? You good?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here listening to y'all on the radio. I love your show down here in Atlantic City.
All right.
About what y'all doing.
Oh, thank you so much, Tibbs. Look, I see that you're doing a lot, and we want you to come on the show one day with us.
And we would love to come down Atlantic City, too, to promote some of the events down there. Me and Dr. Rock is one of the hottest new hosts in the city of Philadelphia. We have did one of the biggest shows, Bob Marley concert. And me and Dr. Rose got a great stage present. Our oil are matching. Philadelphia and Pennsylvania are not understanding this dynamic duo that we have called Showtime the Hype Man and Dr. Rock on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work.
So what I want to say is, no, we really appreciate you. Definitely keep calling because you do a lot of things too. A lot of things.
Wow.
And
So what do you do?
he's an actor.
Okay.
Actually, he's a model too.
Okay.
And I seen him. He was in a fashion show that I went to. I was like, wow, go ahead, Tibbs. Yes.
Yeah, I'm dipping and dabbing where I can. We just did a big promotion on the Q show, which
Yes.
is really big. So I'm just dipping and dabbing. But I'm down here in Atlantic City. I love y'all promoting Atlantic City. And I love the show. But when y'all come to Atlantic City, y'all gotta link up with me. We go to my brother's restaurant, Kelsey and Kim's, the hottest restaurant in Atlantic City. And, we come and break bread.
Mm-hmm. Sure, we sure will. And also, we would definitely, we don't mind coming down here with the show that's going to happen with the Doug Fresh. I love that one. I remember with the music. I'm talking about, then again, that wasn't my time. I forgot it wasn't my time. That wasn't my time.
Why?
That wasn't my time.
Dougie Fresh was your time.
No.
6 minutes.
No. Oh, yeah.
6 minutes. Oh, 6 minutes. Come on, y'all. 6 minutes.
Yes.
So, hey, man, we want to really thank you, man. And what me and Dr. Rock is doing, I got the baddest co-host in the world. I am so grateful.
I know that's right.
I am so grateful to have a partner that believes in me and I believe in her.
Yes.
And what we have found out is all about chemistry. But the Afro-American community in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia only want the same people to eat. And they don't want to give other new stars and other new people. I know I got to pay my price, but I paid my price. Yes. My name is Showtime the Hype Man along with Dr. Rock. Brother, we appreciate you calling.
Yes.
Continue to keep us in prayer. We're going to promote anything you do. We like to come down Atlantic City to take our show live down at Kelsey, the show Our Talent. Any events down Atlantic City, me and Dr. Rock are the hottest new hosts in the city of Philadelphia called Brotherly Love.
Yes, we thank you so much for calling up. And we
y'all
would
like
definitely.
Dynamic door, and I'll be seeing y'all and talking to y'all soon.
Sure. Thank you so much for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So
go ahead, Dr. Rock.
What I have to do, also, I got to give this shout out. I have to give it a shout out. Wow, we getting the calls on the hook. I have to give a shout out to Mr. Dave Wilkes is having a costume party.
You say Earl like dressing up?
Yes, Earl like dressing up.
Earl like dressing in costumes.
Yes, Earl's going I don't know what he want to be I don't know what he want to be, but he loves dressing up.
Earl like costume, huh?
Yes, and it's a lot of definitely. Yes, he do. He likes dressing up. So I told Earl, I said, we're not going to be, he wants me to do, dress up like him. But I told him, I said, nothing scary, honey.
Okay.
And he said, oh, well, I like, I want to be Mr. It. And I'm like, who?
Who's Mr. It?
Miss It or whatever. And I'm like, Mr. It. So I said.
You mean a guy with a little waistline?
Yes.
Oh, the guy with a little waistline with the big muscle. Okay. Earl coming, y'all, with the
Well, that's what he said.
Lord.
He said he would like to be that. So I told him, I said, well, my girl's birthday is that. My girl Khadidra and my girl Tanya, she's a queen. Queen Latanya. Their birthday is that day too, and I think she wanted all the ladies to wear police outfits, for being a cop lady, a sexy woman from cop, being a sexy cop woman. So, what do you think we should do? I like that. That sounds good to me. But we got to get Earl as a cop. Then he has to dress up as a cop, since he wants me to, dress like him.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
Well, I think that you and Earl will do a great job as you being a police cop and him dressing as a policeman. And I believe that anything that Dr. Rock and Earl do together, it's an explosive.
Yes.
When you see couples like them participate in everything they do, and Earl always follow behind his wife, and the audience is so grateful to have a guy like Earl.
Yes.
To support everything she does, and we're going to support Earl too with his costume. But somebody said, "Can Earl wear it? Can Earl wear it on Philly Hot Radio Whistle?" I don't know. Earl will come and wear the outfit, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll get a chance. But I want to finish this lineup for the All Star Hip Hop lineup for Martin Luther King weekend. Also, Touch Chu, Tracy Lee, and Schoolie D. So those who need tickets. You can call Showtime the Hype Man. I'm going to ask Platinum Entertainment if they can give us some comp tickets to give out to our audience and those who like to go to the Art Stars of Hip Hop.
No problem.
This is going to be a big show. We're asking you to support Platinum Entertainment. This is my friend. This is his business, but he's my friend. So me and Dr. Rock going to be doing some big things in 2020 for those who don't know. But also we got a guest here today.
But let me just say one thing. Just like you were saying that. Now, I didn't finish what I wanted to say was.
Oh boy, Dr. Rock got something to say.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished because I have to give a shout out to my friend Mr. Dave Wilkes. What it is he's having he's the one having the costume party.
Okay.
And what it is so many people they're coming. They want to come, but he has invitations for them. So in order to get the invitations, they have to contact him. So they can give, the money to get the invitations. So all I'm doing is promoting it and helping him. That way he can, the people can get the invitation because we would love to see everyone in the place. He said he was holding 20 or 30 tickets. So if he's holding them, then I think people should just call him up. Say, Mr. Dave, I am coming to your costume party. So all he's waiting for, he says it's a place that he has that he's surprising everyone because there's invitation only. So all you got to do is call him up, and he'll handle it.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Rock. You brought up a good topic, and then we're going to introduce our guest that we have. We got an outstanding guest here today also on the show. I've been doing shows since 1979, and a lot of us don't support guys like Dave. Dave been working his ass. Excuse me, Dave. Yes. I was ready to say something.
Yeah.
And Dr. Dave been working.
She's
ready to punch me too.
I caught him.
But I caught myself. So I want everybody to know that I'm practicing how to conduct myself as a great host.
Yes.
To not use words because I can use better words and conduct myself. And I want to but I did, of course, I am getting better because be mindful in my thought process. For those who know I'm a street guy that comes from the streets.
Right.
And I have behaviors, but I'm a decent human being. I want to make that clear to my audience. For those who might see me, if I make a mistake, but Dr. Rock and my wife Diane and Earl's going to help me out with that. But I'm a real guy because I have a passion. But we need to support anything that our community are doing, and Dave is working his butt off. But we want to support Dave, and I want everybody to know that we do support Dave, and we do support anything that Dr. Rock brings to the table. So that's all I have to say on that. So Dr. Rock, we have anything you have to say to add on about the Halloween party before you introduce our guests?
No, I just want to say, everyone that's a part of the Halloween costume party is going to go down. You hear me? It's going down. Every party that Mr. Dave Wilkes give is very, very informative. What else can I say? Fun. And you meet great people. So come on out. Just come on out. Give him a play. You said a lot of people know Mr. Dave Wilkes. Give him a play. Give him a play, you know.
Give him a play.
Yes.
Okay. So this is your part to introduce. We have a guest, and I'm allowed Dr. Rock to introduce our guest, and maybe Dr. Rock can say just a little bit about who he is and what made him come on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. Go ahead, Dr. Rock.
Well, I'm going to introduce. Actually, he's a cousin of mine.
Oh, cousin.
He's my cousin, Robert Ben.
Oh, we got cousin.
And he's an actor. Mm-hmm. And he'll let you know more things, but I know he has a lot going on. He has a lot going on, so he will tell you more about it. But that's my cousin, Robert Ben the third.
He's from Philadelphia?
Yes.
Born and raised.
Born and raised
What
in
part of
Philly.
city, Philadelphia, they was born, Dr.
West
Rock?
Philly.
West Philly.
Oh boy, so
Yes.
we are connected. West Philly in the house then,
Yes,
huh?
West Philly in the
Okay, well,
house.
go ahead, Dr. Rock, introduce him.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to my Robert Ben the third.
Robert Ben the third, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? So, I was actually gracefully happy to be a part of this wonderful show. And it's amazing to know that we're cousins and we're both actually kind of in the game.
Yes.
And it was amazing because we started talking and I started watching some of the stuff that she started doing. I'm like, okay. And then my sister said, you didn't know we were related. I'm like, get out of here. And the next thing you know, it was like, all right, well, I got to work with her one day. And, I mean, for me, I've been born and raised in Philly for so long. And all my friends used to always say, I would never have thought you became an actor. And I used to tell people, it's like, yeah, neither did I. The one day someone said to me, someone says, what's your passion? What's your dream?
Go ahead.
And it started out singing. I used to sing with Jill Scott, Zanzibar Blue.
All right.
And I'll never forget this. Jill said to me, do not sing higher than me. Do not overshadow me.
Oh, I see y'all the same bloodline. Earl, we got somebody overshadowing.
And it was so different because, I remember we're sitting up there singing, and I'm new, I'm fresh in the game. And I kind of went a little higher than she did. And she was like, okay. She said, you should find another hobby. And next thing I know, I said, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Then I met Jaguar Wright.
Yeah.
And she said the same thing. Do not overpower me. You are not the star. At that time, I was just coming into the game, but my vocals was great. So I wind up saying maybe I should find another hobby. So someone said, you should just look into acting. And it took a long time for me to think about that's what I wanted to do. So one of my friends said to me, he says, you know what, I'm going to do this Rocky Balboa thing. I just need to be an extra, but you should go down with me. Just give me some moral support. I go down there. Let me tell you, he didn't get picked. I did. So he got mad. He's like, "Yeah, I can't believe you picked me. I can't believe they picked me. Man, you should drop out." I don't think so. What?
You do the West Philly on him, didn't you?
Yeah, I said.
That's how you said that. I don't think so.
There's no way it's going down.
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you, I did everything I could possibly do on that cold day. And my scene at that time it was a 30th Street station scene. And he was talking to his son, and his son's trying to leave, and he's talking to him. And at that time, I was just an extra. So all I had to do was walk back and forth. But it was the best moment of my entire life. Then I had a choice to make because I said, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. And then I had my son. And someone said, so, superstar, you're going to be a dad? You're going to be a actor? I don't know. I got to talk to my dad. My dad said, listen, stupid, it's an easy decision. He said, either you going to make this choice and not be a check writer and be a dad. So I did. I actually said, all right, well, I'm going to put my career on hold. And I became a dad. So I slowed down still a bit. As my son got older, my son said to me, Dad, why don't you go back and do what you were doing?
I like that.
And I'm sitting here like, nah. I said, my goal is to take care of you. Let me stay focused. My son said, Dad, if you let your passion go, and this kid at this time was 13 years old.
Come on.
He said, don't give it up. He said, keep doing it. Pushed me and propelled me to do other things. So I went back into it and it was like I never left because I had so many people in it. It kept saying, all right, I got this part for you. Just read this, read that. Next thing I know, I went from being an extra to principal roles. And I'm young.
But can you explain to our audience and those who are watching us around the world and those who are watching us in Pennsylvania, you talked about extra. Then you talked about the next level. It's important that those who are watching us for the first time, or those who maybe never got into acting, and as the community that I come from, for those who in that atmosphere of doing it, but people for the first time are watching you for the first time. You said you went to one level, then you went to another level of acting, and tell them the sacrifice and out of all them people in the confidence. What I'm seeing, a very confident brother. Then I saw you talked about your son. Mm-hmm. Your son, with his eyes, his vision so early, talked about the passion. So talk about the first step, and then you got into it, the next role to the next level. We want the audience to know, so they're watching us, and somebody's watching didn't catch it, what you were saying. So give them a little bit about that.
All right. So in the beginning of anything that you do, I always tell people you're not going to just walk in and the first thing you're gonna do is I'm gonna be the super actor. It's not gonna happen. You start from the bottom up.
Yes, and that's true.
And you're lucky if being an extra is you'll start, because some people start as the PA. Mm-hmm. So you that personal assistant the whole time running around. I'm like, I gotta get all these red M&Ms out the bowl because Samuel Jackson won it. Or I gotta go get this pristine grape because some star might not want my grape broke. So you start off as that. I start off as the extra. And that as an extra, all you are is just the sucker in the background. You're the person who's in the background. You're that face. Mm-hmm. You might be that guy who has to walk up and down the street 22 times until they say, still not good enough. Yeah, it's the guy in the black jacket over there. I need him in a red shirt. And then it's a certain look they want. Mm-hmm. So for a lot of times, you're that guy that's in every movie that's just a background artist. Now, a lot of times, a lot of actors got started as being a background artist. Mm-hmm. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. These guys sat on the bench, and they were doing, I forgot the name of the movie was, but they sat on the bench for a long time. Mm-hmm. Then next thing you know, they became writers. Then they became full-time actors. So for me, I started as this guy saying, I'm just going to see what I can do. But I only did one movie where I was an extra. And that was the most amazing part to me, because everybody kept saying, you're going to be extra forever. I'm like, no, I'm not. Because I promise you, I'm not going to be doing this guy. And even though I was very humble to it, but I knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to propel a little bit higher. So for me, I network so much with different people, and I talk to everyone. Yes. And sometimes I'm a thorn in someone's butt. So if someone say, well, we can't use you today. All right, I'll call you tomorrow. And then they'll say, what? Yeah, I don't want to call you tomorrow. Then I'll call the next day and the next day. Then they'll get tired of me. Okay, dude, stop.
Right, that's what,
But then that's how they hire you. Because they know you got potential. They know you're hungry.
Yeah, you're persistent,
Right.
I mean, you're persistent. You just, you want to make sure, because sometimes, like, people just give up. Mm-hmm. And you didn't give up. No. You was persistent about what you said you wanted to do. And look where you at now because of your persistence.
It's following your goal that was the most important thing, because, people expect you to give up. People look at you like, when are you done that hobby? When are you finished? How long is this going to take you to do? Because people think that you're going to just get burnt out. It's like, all right, I'm never getting anywhere. But the moment that you stop, the moment that you give up your dream, you give up that faith of following it. It takes a lot.
Claim it, brother. That's what you do. You're supposed to claim it. That's what I do. I claim it.
Every day. Every time a script comes in, someone says, can you do this? It's just a small role. Okay, no problem. And people would say to me, well, I can't pay you. I'm like, don't pay me. I'll just take the credit for it. And they're like, well, the credit is more money for the rest of your life than that piece of paper that you're going to get, that you're going to buy gas with, that you're going to buy food with, that you're going to pay your light bill with. Trust me, you'll have that credit every time you look. You can be dead and gone, that credit still be there. Yep. That's your life. That legacy. And I always tell people, it's not the movie you make, it's the legacy or the lives you change making that movie.
Yes.
I want to say something, Dr. Rock. If you, two things that stuck with me, what you said, and those who are watching us, you're watching a man that come from West Philadelphia, has a passion. He has found the key thought process, how he's thinking. What I liked about what he said was, a lot of people give up, and anything you into, you have to learn how to be committed. And a lot of my people where I come from never learn how to be committed. And what they do a 50-yard dash. For those who make it, they understand it's a marathon. And what he just said to my audience and those who did not catch what he just said, he spoke value. When you have a passion, you do it for nothing. And those who have been watching me and Dr. Rock every Saturday morning and watching me Monday to Friday speaking about positive energy to my audience. With positive energy and what he's presenting us today, he's giving y'all some education. Yes. And for those who maybe not really paying attention to what he's saying, but also the audience want to know a little more about you besides acting. You're a family man. They want to know. Somebody said that what high school you went to in West Philadelphia. People want to know what type of business you're into besides acting. How do you take care of your family? And how do you take care of yourself besides when you're not acting? And people want to know a little about who you are in your career, and have you played any sports or have you done anything else that would and they want to know a little more about you, who you are, and stuff like that nature. Get the audience to know who you are at the age of 15 years old, coming up in West Philadelphia. That's a tough.
Yes.
That's kind of tough.
Yes.
Well, you know what?
Yes.
Let me tell you, it was never ever easy. It was never easy because for me, the funniest thing in life was I was that kid. I was like any other kid growing up in West Philly. Now, at that time, we had the best time of our life. There was no internet. It was just fun. Now, you got up early in the morning. As soon as the sun came up, you ran outside. there was no sitting at home, I'm going to put in this Xbox, I'm going to put this. There was none of that. You got out the house, you ran. You didn't come back home until it was time to eat, but then you ran again.
That's correct.
I mean, it was a great moment. Now, see, I wasn't that guy, though. I wasn't that guy. My mom actually had me clean the yard, clean the neighbor's yard.
Oh, he had dudes.
All right.
Listen,
That's right.
I had my first job working on Lancaster Avenue at a furniture store. And let me tell you, for years, that's what I did. I worked. All my friends called me like, yo, we going to play football. Well, y'all going to play football. My mom told me I can't go. So then I lived on a block where none of the kids could get off the block. So we would play football on a block full of cars.
On the street.
On the street.
You mean street football?
Yes.
Wow. Well, wait a minute.
He got excited. You saw he got excited.
Wait a minute. That sounds like the driveway girls.
Oh, okay. They couldn't get off the block.
Right,
We couldn't get off the block.
Right.
Yes.
See, y'all became cheerleaders. so at the end of the block, the last two.
Oh, y'all funny here.
Your last two cars was your field goal. So anyone who was running to catch the ball, if someone happened to be going to work, open up the car door, and that guy got hit by that door, we picked the next guy off the step. All right, well, so it was good because we had such a good time. But again, never thinking this is going to be my life. Mm-hmm. So I remember my mom said to me, she says, let me ask you a question. How many kids you think you're going to have? I was like, I don't know, I'm thinking 3 or 4. Oh, my dad said, how many pair of Jordans can you afford? I said, none. He said, good.
That means you have none.
Right. He said, with that being said, it sounds like you haven't won. I was like, I don't know about that. And then as I got older, he said to me, he said, listen, all your friends are having kids at 16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
He said, you can't be a kid having a kid.
Come on.
So I said, all right, whatever. He said to me, he says, what age you thinking? I said, 20. He said, think a little harder. So he says, I'm thinking 24. I said, I'm thinking 25. He said, good number for me.
I like
of course,
that.
I had my son at 25. But, even before all that, the kid I was for school was not the kid you thought I was. My mom would always say to me, I remember when I got out of the 8th grade, I was so scared. We had our graduation, the 8th grade graduation. Everyone had to tell the story of what they were going to do, who they were going to be in school. I'm sitting here going to the 9th grade. I'm scared as heck. So I'm like, I have no clues. I went to University City. I missed the school.
Well, that's the gangsters.
That's right.
Down the bottom.
Down the bottom, born and raised.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
So I'm down there. I get my first day in school and everything. I said, oh, this ain't working well. Let me just walk out the back door. So let me tell you, I hooky school my first whole year, 128 days. I remember I would go to school and there was no school. And I would come back home. My dad said, so how was school today? I was pretty good. You must have been the only kid there. He said, because no one else went. He's this block full of kids. And they said, where's your son? Oh, he had school. Dad didn't know school today. That was the learning life of what my dad said. Mm-hmm. Those are outside called whips. I want you to go pick one of those for yourself.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I got kicked out of one school. Then I got into Overbrook. Who gets kicked out of Overbrook?
Overbrook.
Yeah, got kicked out.
Overbrook too.
Oh, let
Hey,
me
look
give.
for
You
Lumber
know what?
Lumber.
That you just reminded me. Thank you for mentioning Overbrook. Today is our 40th. You know, we have a 40. I've been out since 1980. You know, I'm still younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I've been.
Or
Don't be laughing, Earl. Don't be laughing, Earl.
they
What
laughing.
are you talking about, Earl? Okay, so but today at the Hilton is a happy hour for 1980. Location is City Line Avenue. Right there at the Hilton and City Line Avenue for happy hours. Free. I say it again. Free. You might buy your own drinks, but you know.
Everybody gonna be there.
Come on out there, 1980. I would love to see my class, people that I grew up with, and you know, people that went to school with in 1980. So come on out. I don't know, Showtime. Were you 1980?
No, since you said it, you want to put me on the spot.
I'm gonna put you on blast.
I was trying to
I'ma
be
put you on
quiet.
blast.
I wasn't saying nothing, but she put me on blast, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. I went to Overbrook, and I was the guy that was on the third floor that wore the shoes that match his hat.
Oh, you that guy.
He was
Yeah. And I was the I'm see how y'all see they understood that. I came from an area where my mother and my father really that couldn't produce, but what I did, I had God in my life, but I had the streets more into me. But when I went to school, I didn't have anybody to monitor my way, but I was on my own at 14 years old, even though I had parents. But I went through schools, finding who I really was, but the streets was more attracted to me. I didn't look into education as much, but what I learned that I went to Overbrook and I supposed to graduate at 1979. I would have been a 1979 grad, but I went to BOP High School to get a high school diploma down South Philly. So I want everybody to know that at the time I didn't graduate on time, but I did went and got my high school diploma at BOP High School in South Philadelphia. So
never too late.
yeah, thank you. So
Never too late.
I get to piggyback on that because you're right. When I got kicked out of Brooks.
See, he got.
Wait a minute, you got kicked out of Brooke.
So wait, but I got kicked out of Brooke, and it was so funny because my teacher was always saying, "Why are you across the street at the Sugar Bowl?" The Sugar Bowl.
The Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl.
Looking at you across the street, and I would look, and I would wave, and I would just walk
He
away.
crossed you.
So
He a bad boy.
I remember the principal finally
Yeah,
came
keep on
outside
that.
and said to me, he said, "Do me a favor, just don't come back. You're gonna be fine. Just don't come back." So I got kicked out of this one. My dad said, "How do you get kicked out?" So it was rough. So my dad said, "Listen to me. You're not getting a GED." He said, "You're not getting a good enough diploma. You're gonna get a diploma."
That's
So
right.
they found
That's
one
right.
school left. It was called Philadelphia Regional High School. It was a school for potential dropouts.
You get kicked out of there too?
Wow.
No, actually, the worst part about
I'm again.
the worst, happiest part about that thing was I get there, I had to have a meeting with the principal. Principal said to me, "Listen to me. This is your last school." He said, "Now, I love you." He said, "And I see you a smart kid because I'm looking at your grades." He said, "Why would you just not go?" I said, "Just didn't like the teachers." He said, "All right, well, you'll like us." He said, "There's no rules. You don't have to worry about nothing. You can come and go anytime you want. There's no A's, B's, and C's. All you had to get was 21.5 credits to graduate. When you graduate, if you get done in January, come back in June. Walk down. Cool, no problem." Well, the moral of the story, what he didn't say was, you got to start high school all over again. So I had to start 4 years of high school. So I'm sitting here, by the time I did graduate, I was 22. I was the oldest cat in the school. And what did my principal
That's
say?
okay.
He said to me, "And you about to make the speech." I'm like, So I had to make the speech. And
Come
I made
on.
the speech, and he said, "Did you write it down?" I said, "No, I'm just going to talk off my head." And I spoke to everyone. You had people that stood up and clapped, and they said to me, they says, "What makes you keep going?" I said, "Because my dad said, you're not that dumb." He said, "Keep pushing until you can't stop." And so that propelled me even in my life today. So when someone said you can't do something, keep doing it. When
That's
someone
right.
said you're not able to do it, you keep doing it.
Yeah, right.
You know, for those who are watching
Yes.
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. For those who like to call in, what is the
Yeah.
phone number, Dr. Rock?
The phone number is 484-477-6348. Again, 484-477-6348. Now, what I wanted to say was, I worked in the disciplinary office when I was in Overbrook High School. And I had a boyfriend at the time who wanted me to throw away his cuts. You think I'm going to throw away his cut slips? No. So I didn't do that because I was a good girl, you know, in school. I tried to do the right thing.
Right.
You know, because I felt my father was not playing. You hear me?
Right.
My father was not playing.
Right.
So I better came home. A C was a bad grade.
Right. Yes.
To my family.
Yes. C
to
was
my
not
parents.
good in our family.
C was a bad grade.
Right.
So my dad was like, you better make sure y'all come home with good grades, come straight home and do the right thing. And we said, yes, Dad. And my mother too. My mother, you know, they was a stickler for making sure we did the right thing.
Right.
And guess what? I'm saying it on air. I thank them. Because without them and without God first,
Right.
number one, and without my mother and father, I would not be where I am today as far as my education or anything else. I thank them, and they get all the thanks in the world because my parents were very, very, you know, very good people, and they made sure all of us got the education we needed.
Well, you know, this show started out, and I know how God works, and our guest has set the tone on Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While You Work. You have set the tone of being real and genuine. It's not a lot of good, genuine people because the community I come from don't recognize genuine people anymore. What I have noticed over the years that fake people has become in some positions that stop genuine people, even guys or women like Dr. Rock and Showtime the Hype Man and our guests. But we have found the art because I see that all of us come up in the same upraising with parents.
Yeah.
And those who are watching us around the world on YouTube channel around the world, those who are in Australia, those who are watching us in Los Angeles right now, those who are watching us in San Diego, and those who are watching us in Canada, in Boston, New York City, Bronx, New York is in the house, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, even Dallas are watching us around the world. And I am so grateful that we have, me and Dr. Rock on Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While You Work, we have built a large fan base around the world. We got people that don't even speak English or watching me and Dr. Rock because this show is called A Real Show with real people that was underdogs. For those who know me, I'm an underdog. Our guest has showed having two parents and still being hard-headed and knew that his father was going to whoop his... Did I get that right? I said, I didn't hear that. Did I get that right? And I had a father that will grab me under the bed. But I came from a home that both of my parents wasn't educated.
Wow.
My mother slightly can read, or my father couldn't read at all. My father had a third grade education, but he knew how to work and bring money to feed the table and the bills. I came home with all E's and F's. F and E's was like A's and B's to me.
Wow.
So you spelled Fifi a whole lot.
So basically, when I'm sharing my audience that I did not allow my father and my parents' education to stop me. I knew that my grandfather and my God that I serve allowed me to survive because if a young man and a young child go home into a home, and many people might have parents, and all my brothers and sisters that was raised under us, we made it. And I want to give God the glory.
Yes.
That me too could have been bidding and understand that a good education.
Yeah.
But what I realized over the years that God has showed me something. And I want to share to my audience and those who are watching us around the world and those who are watching us in Pennsylvania and those who are watching us in Philadelphia region right now. One thing about Showtime, the hype man, Dr. Rock, we're going to tell the truth on this show.
Yes.
One thing about me, I don't care what people say or think about me. But what I have realized that God has gave me a gift.
Yes.
And what I have realized that I have demonstrated and I am learning how to master my skills. And what happened was a lot of people never identified. If I go around a lot of graves, a lot of people never got a chance to discover their gift.
That's right.
And what I have noticed that it ain't the education no more. It's not the job. It's not the religion. It's the gift that God has gave us. And what me and Dr. Rock on Philly Hott Radio whistle while you work. It's the gift. I saw a young lady and I asked her, do you know your gift? You'd be surprised that those who are watching us around the world never discovered their gift because we was programmed to go to school, to get a job, and get religion. And what happened is shadow my community, and we have not discovered our thought process, and our thought process has allowed us to scuffer. It allowed us not to dream. It allowed us not to be risk takers. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a man over here has set the tone on this radio show today. And I am grateful, my brother, that you share honest and I share honest. Dr. Rock share honest.
Yes.
And I know that Dr. Rock got something to piggyback.
Yes,
See, a lot of people count me out. A lot of people count Philly Hott Radio whistle while we work out. We are working hard.
We're working process. Working hard, working process.
I that, Dr. Rock.
Yes. And yes. Now you said it all. All I have to say is you said it all. And everything you said, you put God first. And I like that. And what I want to say is, even when you said by you growing up and, you know, you wasn't told, you know, different things you haven't, you know, as far as your education. But see, this is what I tell the students.
Come on, Dr. Rock.
Okay? The students of 2019.
Come on.
What I told them for 30 years. This is your education, children. When you go home and your parents don't want to help you.
Come on, Dr. Rock.
They don't want to do anything with you. They don't tell you about education. They don't want to talk about it. If you got those type, do it yourself. Come. If you need help, come to me. That's why I'm here. That's fine. Because you do have children that will say, well, my mom don't know or my dad don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do this. They don't know. Okay, that's fine. What we can do is, it's not over. It's not over. This is still your education. Right. So you want to know, we're going to do this in class. What you didn't do at home for homework, we're going to go over it in class. Because I believe that every child should, that, you know, education is very important. It's very important. And I believe every child can learn and will learn. And so if you hear people say, oh, you're not going to do it, you're not going to be this, you're not going to be that, don't listen to them. Because I tell all my children, all of y'all are good. All of y'all will be able to learn. All of y'all will get an A. Don't ever think that you're going to be less than.
Right.
Because once you think you're less than, then it's going to happen. That's why I say claim it. Whatever God gives for everybody, any of us, is for us.
Right.
And it will happen. All you have to do is just keep the faith and believe. And that's that's my story. That's my story for Philly Hott Radio. Keep the faith and believe.
I just gotta say this one thing. I come from so much of this part of my life where I almost gave up. And I tell people the reason why I didn't was because no matter how many times people looked at me and said I couldn't, I would make them right. So I said, I'm not going to make you right. I'm not going to make you say, yep, I told you you wasn't going to make it. So I pushed and pushed and pushed. So when I do network everywhere I go, Someone said, well, who's your agent? Who's this? Who's that? I'm like, I'm my own agent. My cousin is Yuki Washington. He said to me, I'll never forget it. He said to me, he says, let me ask you a question. How far do you want to go in life? I said, I just want to make it. He said, okay, what's your goal? I said, to leave a legacy. And it says, not about getting mansions, cars, it ain't about that.
No, it's not.
I can live in one room and drive one car. So he says, okay. He says, let me ask you a question. He said, I saw your last movie. He said, it was great. It was wonderful. It was good. He said, but can you keep duplicating that? Can you keep making it work? I said, my goal is to entertain. If I can make you laugh, that's great. If I can make you smile, that's great. If I can make you cry a little bit and think, it's great. So Yuki, he always says to me, he said, well, we're all related to Denzel. So he says, what's your monologue that you use the most to inspire people? I always tell people I have to think, because I don't like to give those little monologues where it says, it's going to make you laugh. No. I use the great debater monologue to Willie Lynch. And he looked at me and said, why would you pick that? I said, because no one's expecting me to. I picked the longest and hardest thing to use. So if anyone who doesn't know about the Willie Lynch letter, I suggest you read this. I suggest you learn this, because it's your life. So, and when I do this, and everywhere I go to audition, people look at me. And everyone's jaw dropped, their faces on the floor, and they say to me, of all the things you could have ever picked, that's what got you hired. Because you were bold enough, you were brave enough to do it. And I used to tell people, when I would go to these auditions, and I always said to myself, if I don't get it, it's fine, because I'm going to come back and do it again tomorrow. If I don't get this job, it's okay. I'm going to come back and do it again. Right. I would never sell myself short and say, I should have did this, I could have did that. No, it's part of life. I used to hear no so many times I thought it was yes. For every no I heard, I said, I'm going to turn that no to a yes.
Yes.
Someone's going to give me an opportunity, but I had to be hungry. I had to be persistent. I had to keep knocking on your door until you kept saying, fine, dude, let it go. What do you want? And it got to that point where now I do that so much. Now, when I'm not being an actor, when I'm not doing all that, I work in a hospital. I still work a 9 to 5. I still am a 9 to 5
there
job.
You go.
Yes.
All my friends always say to me, you don't live the Hollywood life? I'm like, listen, I see my friends who live the Hollywood life. One of my friends, Anthony Mackie, he says to me all the time, he says, man, he says, it must be really nice. So what do you mean? You can go to the store and buy a Pepsi and I can't. I said, I control my life. I said, I like the Hollywood life. It's great. But guess what I don't want? I don't want to be that guy on TMZ. I don't want to be the guy who has to run away from paparazzi. I don't want that. So when I'm in New York, I greet people every time. I'm always on Good Morning America, promoting and talking about whatever I do. I see people in New York all the time. Aren't you that guy? Of course, I get confused for Biggie and Kumo D. And they say,
And he do like Kumo D. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Kumo D in the house.
Everyone says, hey, so you Kumo D? Are you out walking around public? I'm like, not Kumo D. So when I sign autographs and everyone's like, oh, you're not Kumo D. Okay, yeah, I just told you I wasn't. But it keeps me humble. And working 9 to 5, I work in the hospital. Working 9 to 5, people's like, I just watched you on Good Morning America. I just saw your show on Amazon Prime. What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm pushing you around.
Well, you definitely are amazing guys.
Yes, you are.
And I'm really I want to say something, Dr. Rock, and to our audience that are watching us. And it's just how God has set the tone for our show, Dr. Rock. And I don't know, when we come here on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., me and Dr. Rock, we don't never know how this show is going to turn. I believe that God got his hand on Philly Hott Radio.
Yes, he do.
Whistle while you work. A lot of people have counted me out, my brother. I got one of the biggest names in the city of Philadelphia, and I have created something. And a lot of people not used to men's and women that are creative, especially the community that I come from. Lester Brown talked about how he went to high school. He was literally retarded. Lester Brown went all through school accepting that he was literally retarded, couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't do nothing. He said, I'm Lester Brown, but I can't be better. But he had a teacher that start the foundation, said, brother, you're not literally retarded, and stop telling yourself that.
Right.
From that day on, Mr. Lester Brown is one of the biggest motivated speaker around the world.
Yes.
So true.
For those
Yes.
who don't even know, Steve Harvey has, from a baby, he had the most worst stuttering that any man as a worldwide comedian. But his mother set him down on Sunday schools and said, son, you're going to break that stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Harvey had a teacher and asked him a question. What do you want to do? Because you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do in life? Steve said, I want to be on TV.
Yes.
The teacher embarrassed him. And then at that time, that teacher couldn't shut his door, and he would have been afraid for the rest of his life to speak, because a teacher told him, you don't know nobody on TV, so how you gonna say you want to be on TV? Every year, Steve Harvey buy that teacher a TV to watch him on all the TVs.
Right.
Yes.
Also, that Dreamers, it's a lady named Marie. Maria used to work at a restaurant, and the restaurant was losing so much business, so she came up with an idea baking an apple pie.
Yes.
So what happened is that Maria sold the slice that day. So she went back home and bought 2 pies and started selling pies. So people started asking. So they closed down the restaurant and started only selling Marie pies. For those who are afraid to be successful, for those who never think and have their thought process, Maria has all her pies in every supermarket across this great nation. So those who are 67 years old, I want to tell you something about Colonel Tucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
He started a Kentucky Fried Chicken business at 67 years old.
Wow.
So I'm tired of people talking about their age. You better learn how to live. So this is your part of the show before you leave.
Yes.
We want you to tell our audience how humble you are and grateful you are. And I know that when you leave here, you're going to push Philly Hott Radio. You didn't know what you was ready to come into. You didn't know when you leave here that you saw a spirit and you have saw something between me and Dr. Rock, and you didn't know what you was doing, but you showed up. And that you're going to allow and say, I got a guy and a woman that's on this radio show hot, and they got to get discovered.
Well,
brother, so go ahead on, Dr. Rock.
I just want to give a shout out to Doreen Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Doreen, if you're listening, is cousin Bobby Robert III. He's on here and he has it going on. And he's talking about it.
He's blowing the station up,
He's
man.
blowing the station up. And so, Bobby, I want to give a shout out to Bobby Ben
My brother there, too.
Jr. Bobby, no. Doreen, no. We all was younger than, well, not too much younger than Doreen and Bobby, but I bring it up all the
You
time.
sure like telling people age on shit. God, Lord, I'm telling where you getting that from? She tell all of our ages on it. They like, wow.
But that's okay, because you know what?
We all look good,
Let me
too.
just say
We look
this.
good. We look
It
good.
doesn't matter if I tell the age.
They all laughing all over
Wait a
the
minute.
They all over the world laughing. You got everybody laughing around
Yeah,
the world.
that's okay, because I'm going to tell you something. You know why? It's not too bad to tell your age, and I'm telling you why.
No, it's not.
You know why? A lot of people, a lot of things is going on in this world. A lot of them don't live to see the certain ages. So
true.
you thank God for whatever age you are.
Right.
And if you feel like you look good for your age,
Keep
that's
it
a
rocking.
plus.
There you go.
I
That
like
is a plus. Now, so it's nothing wrong with saying
Hey,
that.
Why you putting it on me, Dr. Rock?
Even though-
Oh, Lord, she putting it on me again.
Even though Dougie Fresh was before my time.
6 minutes. 6 minutes.
We
got
but there's
that.
nothing wrong with that. But I do want to give another shit. Like I said, Doreen Ben, and Bobby, if you're watching, Bobby used to watch my sister and I when we were coming up. And Bobby was so much fun. He'd take us out. You know, we'd go out with the dog. We'd walk with his dog. Bobby was like so sweet. I love Doreen. Love her dearly. Doreen is a good cousin. But she used to be like, eat that food. Eat your food. And me and my sister used to be like, wow, do we have to eat it? And she said, yes, you can't go outside until you eat your food.
Wow.
And so Bobby was like, come on, don't even listen to her. We're going to go outside.
Wow.
We're going to go anyway. So I just, those days were fun days.
See, you got those days. My days I've gotten was, okay, so you that other guy. And because we all had the same name. Mm-hmm. And whenever I remember when Temptations came on, I was Rolling Stone, I would just look at my dad. And my dad said, don't look at me. I said, well, yeah, I'm just saying, for some reason, I'm another Bobby. So there's me, Robert Ben, there's my brother Bobby, there's my nephews, and everyone all got the same name. Mm-hmm. So I was asked this question when I had my son. You name your son Robert? No. It's like, I said, I promise you my son will live in his own footsteps.
I
will
can't
not live in
take
mine.
He a funny dude.
So it got to a point where my son, as he got older, so Dad, let's have this conversation. Listen, boy, I know what you're going to ask. The reason why I didn't name you that, if you go look up, everybody got Robert Ben there. All your family, cousin, brothers, aunts, uncles, I don't care what it is.
I can't take it. Y'all funny for this.
So I took all that, and my whole life, because of the name Robert Ben, because I have this name, I use this name as a platform.
Come on, share.
Grow it. Because every Robert Ben that we come up, everyone has a little small setbacks and everything else. This is a legacy. This is a name that started everything. And I don't want my nephews or whatever to say, oh, you're Robert Ben, you related to? Yes, I am. And that's that legacy. I always tell people, your birth date, your end date is one thing, but that dash in the middle means everything. What did you create in that dash?
You better go and share.
Yeah, you better say it.
And this whole journey has humbled me so much because I always tell people, no matter who I meet, no matter how famous or anything you are, I'm exactly the person you were before you took that leap and stop shaking the hands of people or stop doing things with the little older people. I'm that person that kept my life. Yes. I said, and it keeps me so humble because when I go in front of that camera, and I love being in front of the camera as well as behind it.
I like the mic.
But and I love the mic. Trust me, I got started on the mic.
Well, somebody said something, Dr. Rob.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned when I was watching my page that he sung.
Oh.
Somebody said, can you give us a minute of one of your favorite songs that you know you can sing? Somebody.
Oh, you sang?
Somebody from over Australia want to hear you sing. And you said, I didn't say that. You told us. I didn't know you could sing. Right. So they want to know, can you sing a song for us?
All right, I'll give you a snippet of something. What do I have?
I wanted to hear the monologue. That's
you want to hear the monologue.
Whatever, I wanted to hear that too.
Whatever. Oh, now she.
Because you know what? And I also wanted.
I had nothing to do with this.
But wait a minute. Brian Ben. I'm giving a shout out to him because Brian Ben has his own clothesline with he has different clothesline under his name. So I'm giving a shout out to my other cousin Brian Ben. So you can sing for us, or do you want to hear us hear a monologue?
So let me do the monologue because I really do think that everyone should hear that. My singing is superb. I like it sometimes.
Great.
But the monologue I did was from The Great Debaters. It was if you've never seen this movie. It's with Denzel Washington, so many other different great actors, Forrest Whitaker. It's really good. But it's about a slavery movie that happened back in the day of slavery time, and he's this teacher, and he's teaching people how to grow and how to debate the right way of different colleges. That because your college was black, you wasn't good enough. But when they got up to debate, they stood up so strong. So the monologue he used, it was called, it's from the Willie Lynch letter. It's true, and I really want everyone to get this book or just read it or go online. He starts off by saying, after all the little small pleasantries, take the meanest, most restless Negro. Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male, female, and Negro infants. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a horse facing the opposite direction, set him on fire, and beat both horses until they tear him apart in front of the male, female, Negro infants. Bullwhip and beat the remaining males within an inch of their life, but do not kill them, but put the fear of God in them so they can be useful for future breeding. This monologue, and that's just a tidbit of it. was so strong and so powerful that I said if you didn't tell it, you couldn't be afraid to use this as a monologue. Because if you were afraid to do it, you were afraid of your craft, you were afraid of your career, you were afraid of whatever you had, you would give it up just that fast. And if you didn't hire me, I wasn't mad, but I left you with something. That took a part of me. When I read it, when I heard it, I had to go and read this book because I said, wow, a man that can tell people how to try to train a slave for 300 years, you had that much power to do that to a person, this has to be told. So that's that one monologue I use so much. And people were like, wow. And then I would get a call back. He said, after all the people I've looked at, I got to hire you. He said, because you are so diligent to put it out there, I know you're going to put out the best work. I always tell people that this craft has propelled me in different directions. But you know what I do out of all of that? I mentor to people. So when people always ask, how did you get here? What did you do? And I'll talk to them, I'll tell them, I said, but here's the thing. If you're not hungry enough to push yourself to get it, if you have to lay in that bed all the time and say, I got something to do, but I can do it tomorrow, then you're not going to make it. Get up. You can have 3 hours of sleep. Get up. If you got to be on call and be on set at 5 in the morning, get up. Because guess what? The moment you don't show up, you don't have this spot again. So be hungry. Be diligent. Get out there. Step up. When someone said you can't do it, stay focused, stay firm, stay humble, and stay hungry.
Yes.
Those are the things you got. You want to make it to any business, whether it's a writer, whether it's a singer, whether it's any type of artist, whether it's a hot radio station. Get up, stand up, because if you ain't got none of that, why you get up every morning? Why do you even come here? Because you got to be really, really, really hungry for this. And Philly Hot Radio, let me tell you, I'm so happy to even be a part of this. I'm so happy to be here.
Wow.
This opens up my door, and I can't wait to rep you. I can't wait to tell the world about you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this has moved me. It has inspired me.
Wow.
It's hard to get a wonderful black radio station to stand up, because we know back in the day, WDAS was our black radio station. Everyone else changed hands so much, but Patty Jackson stayed the same.
Yes.
She did.
I'm always on her show, and I always tell the same thing, thank you. Because for every time I heard, whether I heard Butterball, whether I heard anyone else, I've always heard Patty Jackson.
You know, Patty Jackson has
put wonderful.
Me and Dr. Rock, Patty Jackson, I want to know people, and I'm glad you said that. Then Patty Jackson gave me, once Patty Jackson told everybody I was Showtime the Hype Man, and shouted my name in all the bigger venues, I am so grateful for Patty Jackson. I called her the Golden Voice. Patty Jackson on WDAS FM is the golden voice of Philadelphia.
Yes.
Patty Jackson has a voice in spite of her stroke.
Right, yeah.
This woman never, ever gave. I want to thank Patty Jackson on Philly Hot Radio Whistle While for giving me an opportunity, saying my name at the Dell Music Center, saying my name at the Broadwalk Hall, at the Welfare Center. Patty Jackson saw something in me, even though those who think I'm a dancer, but now they get the chance to see that
I'm laughing.
Yeah,
you could dance. You could jam.
And I have a voice.
You do.
And my voice is meant to be on one of the biggest radio shows around the world, along with my co-host, because she go everywhere I go.
Yeah.
There you go.
When I go. I want to make that clear. So I want to thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. I know that before your closing, we want to thank you for coming on our show.
Yes.
Taking
Thank you for having me.
Taking a chance to come on one of these biggest internet radio shows around the world on YouTube channel. Me and Dr. Rock is not going to be successful if nobody tuned in to watch us on Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Right.
I know a lot of people talking about, Showtime. Hey, then they go around telling people that we ain't nobody, he ain't nobody. Let me tell y'all, I got a gift.
That's right.
And when a man discover his gift, you're going to watch me grow and do the most biggest events around the world, along with my co-hosts and with our team that's with us today, Earl and Diane. We'll give them a shout out behind the scene that makes this show work. So we want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want Dr. Rock to closing with you too.
What I want to say is, even when you hear negativity, Showtime, you know,
I hear a lot of that.
if you hear, and no one can tell you about your life and what's going to happen in your life.
Right.
You know who the only one can show you and tell you what's going to happen in your life, right?
Right.
So what you do, you keep the positiveness going, Keep showing love to everyone. Keep promoting everyone.
That's
Regardless of how they act towards you,
Yep.
keep promoting them. Because you know why? Because you already know what you can do.
That's correct.
You already know what you can do. You already know how you are. You know your name is out. You built your brand. Look, we are building. We're still building.
Yes, we
the
are.
brand.
Praise God.
Okay, so it's not even about that. So if you hear negativity or you hear anything, ignore it because God already got His plan for you. He got His plan for me. So I don't even worry about it anymore. I don't worry about what people say because guess what? At the end of the day, none of them feed me.
That's right.
None of them clothe me.
Oh, Lord.
only my Savior.
That's right.
That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. My husband had a nerve. He said he feeds me.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
That's another kind. Y'all need your own radio show.
That's another. Look,
radio
y'all.
show.
Wait a minute. That's another show.
That's another show.
That's
there.
another show.
Stay tuned.
And stay tuned for that show, because it will be talked about. My husband said he feeds me.
Wow.
Okay, and he does. He feeds me. I feed him too, though.
I know.
So that's another show. I feed him too.
Well, we're going to talk to that show there.
Okay.
Well, everybody's always spiritually fed now.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
spiritually
There
fed.
you
Yes.
go.
So, the imitation of Kumo D. I'm going to go ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I go to work.
Go
Hey,
to work.
we go to work.
We go to work. So before you leave, we want to thank you. You have anything you want to tell our audience, or before you get off this air today? And we want to take some pictures before you leave.
Yeah,
Yes,
perfect.
yes.
Actually, I do. You know what? I hate to do shameless plugs, but yes, I do. So actually, you know what? People can catch me on, I have a TV show on Amazon Prime called Delayed Gratification Season 1 and 2.
Well,
I have, I did The Upside with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. So I'm in that. Let me see. I got so much. Oh wait, hold on. I got a movie. I got a docu-series I'm doing about Suge Knight right now. We're filming in progress right now. I got that coming on. You can catch me on IMDb. Just go look up Robert Ben. I promise you will not be disappointed.
But it's good.
I'm telling you right now, I got so much coming up. Just just follow through, and I guarantee
Yes.
if you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook under Robert Ben, I friend request everyone. I always humbly accept.
Well, we would like you
Yes.
also when you around leverage and your eyes are open for me and Dr. Rock, because we're not afraid to ask you. Have not, you ask not.
Yeah.
So we are definitely looking for people to help us out, because we found that we live in a city that people are not going to give, no matter what we do. We got to work hard, but I don't have a problem with that. Do you, Dr. Rock?
no, I don't work. No, I don't have a problem with it at all.
Well, my voice is here for you.
Okay.
So I'm your
Yes.
voice as well. So I will promote and push,
Yes.
do everything I can, because you know that's the most important thing is if you don't help reach a person up, you might as well be a crab in a barrel. 'Cause
Yes.
everybody's gonna try to pull each other down. I'm gonna help raise you up.
Thank
Right,
So
thank you.
Philly Hot Radio is
Yes.
amazing. I love it, and I encourage everyone to listen to it. And I will make it my business to not only just show up today, but try to show up a little bit more.
Hey,
Wow.
yes.
All right.
Sound good. So
Yes.
we want to thank you for that. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Rock, I want you to do something. I
Yes.
do a closing. So, Dr. Rock, go ahead.
No, I want to thank you for coming in and telling us all everything that you're doing is wonderful. You keep it up, and I really appreciate you promoting us, promoting the station, and for everyone to look at what's going on with us. And
I appreciate you being family.
yes. Oh! I can't forget that.
Oh, we can't.
We're family.
That's right. We're family. We're
Okay.
blood. That's right.
And that's why I said shout out to all the Bens
That's
and all
right.
the cousins.
That's right.
And I thank everyone who's listening, all the cousins who's listening. And my sister, I want to give a shout out to my sister Fran. My sister Fran, and she's on the radio also, and she does a great job. And she has a lot going on too. So if anybody look up Franchella Simmons, look her up.
Before my closing remark, I want to say something that I've been blessed every morning to get up to hear inspiration stories, and that's how it starts my morning. For those who are watching me around the world, you are watching someone that is growing as a host, as a man, as a husband, as a father in the community. Yesterday, because I found my gift is my voice. And my gift is I'm learning how to master my skills along with Dr. Rock to take this voice, and I ask God every day, help me to reach people. Philly Hott Radio is trying to do something that never been done before on the internet radio. We're trying to build 2 million people at one time to watch a show where nobody else never believed discover us. We're taking full advantage. I like to thank Facebook, I like to thank Instagram, and I like to thank YouTube channel for giving me one of the biggest platforms to allow me to go around the world to share my gift to the people.
Yeah.
Me and Dr. Rock, we also trying to build audience with all culture. It doesn't matter what color of skin to us. But I have realized that the culture that I come from not going to understand me because they've been programmed to dislike, jealousy, hatefulness. And because they feel that they arrive, but we never learn how to help. And so many Afro-American men and women that open up business do grand opening and grand closing. And the reason why that we're financially not built in this country because we never learned how to help each other when it comes to financially. I found that we got people in position will reject you because you spoke up. I'm a product of me being bold and a risk taker. But I'm not worried about anything because I know that God has set the tone for me and Dr. Rock on Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While We Work. We cannot be successful if people don't tune in to watch us at 10 a.m. Any show, any movies, any artist, any business, it's the people that makes you successful. My name is Showtime the Hype Man along with Dr. Rock on Philly Hott Radio.
Whistle while you work.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We see y'all next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Peace.